Yo, it's your boy Bumpy here, man, and I wanted to make this video to tell you a little bit about my event I had this weekend. No, I don't have any pictures or videos or clips or anything, but what this will be is a small tutorial, and the way I'm going to break this down shouldn't have any issues following it. So, for the first time this weekend, I cooked on a pellet grill. So I did an on-site event, and usually in an on-site event, I'll bring my own grill and equipment and all those things. Or I give the option if the person has a grill there, or sometimes I might do an event where a grill isn't allowed, outside grill isn't allowed, then I use the grill that's there on site. So in this particular situation, I did the event on site at someone's home, and they had a pellet grill. And she asked me, she said, "Hey, you don't have to bring your grill. I have one." I said, "Well, send me a picture of your grill and let me look at it." So it was a Pitboss, I believe 850. I think it's like the first version, if not the second version of it. It's the version with the knob, but I'm gonna get to that. And I said, okay. And I went on to YouTube and looked at a couple of videos on starting it and cooking on it and this, that, and the other. And what I found was that yes, they were showing you their grill, and yes, they were showing you their or giving you their instructions on how to start, but it just wasn't cut and dry as it should be. So what I'm going to attempt to do is give you a step-by-step, and if you look back at this video, you should be able to follow these instructions step-by-step on how to turn on, start, cook, and finish on a Pitboss grill, Pitboss pellet smoker. What I did was I grilled hamburgers, hot dogs, turkey burgers, and that's it. It was a real small event. Side note, I did not change the price for not bringing my grill. So that was their option. I didn't have to bring a grill. I did not change my price. You give the person the option of bringing your equipment or not. I did not change my price. So a couple extra dollars in my pocket and a little less hassle. So here we go. Step one, if it isn't already done, plug in the pellet smoker. Again, this is the Pitboss, I believe 850. Plug it in. Step two, turn the Pitboss knob to smoke. Step three, open the hatch of the smoker. Now, what will happen at this point, the auger, which is what feeds the pellets into the fire chamber, will start to turn and do its thing. And you're going to start seeing some smoke. That's a key to let you know that it's plugged in correctly and that it's moving. Second thing is, you're going to start seeing some deep, thick white smoke. Leave the top open as you see this smoke come out. Once that thick white smoke dissipates and goes away, and what you'll hear you'll hear like a click sound, and that's when the actual fire chamber will click on. But if you're not familiar with it, you will not realize that sound came on or that click. So don't worry about that. What you want to look for is that thick white smoke, to completely dissipate, and now you may see just a thin smoke in there. Step 4, close the hatch. Step 5, for grilling, turn your Pit Boss to 250. Don't go to 300 yet. Turn it to 250. Once the Pit Boss reaches 250 on the dial, on the electronic dial, then you can go to 300. Now, there is a thermostat on the hatch of the grill, and then there's a digital thermostat at the knob. It's going to read two different temperatures. So it'll say 250, 265, 300 there. On that thermostat on the actual lid or the hatch of the grill, it might say 350, 400. That's fine. That's not a big deal. They will never coincide and have the same temperature. They won't. So you put up to 300 and you let it get up to 300. Step 5, put your meat on the grill and start grilling. Put your meat on the grill, start grilling, close the hatch. Now, what I did was, I treated it almost like a green egg or a acorn by Char Griller. Before I opened the hatch, I slightly opened it, or what they call, I burped the actual smoker, the pellet smoker. Let some of that smoke out, lift it up, continue on grilling. I absolutely had no issues with this grill. I was actually thoroughly impressed. So you continue step 5, you grill, you do your flip, close the hatch. If you are watching this, then you should already understand or know when your burger is done, when your hot dogs are done. You should just know. I'm not going to get into how to tell when your burger is done or your hot dogs is done. That is your preference. Whether you're doing a frozen hamburger, homemade patty made up, whatever it is, sausage, does not matter. You just pay attention to your meat and cook it up to your standards. Once you are done, turn the knob, which this will be step 6. Once you are done, take the food off, close the hatch, turn it off. And that's it. Turn it off and you are done. Cut and dry. If you follow these directions, you should be fine. Now, something that you may want to do, and I should have put this in one of the steps. So let's just put this probably been like step 4 or so. In the Pit Boss 850, in the middle, there is a sliding hatch just under the grill grates. It's called the searing section. This is where you can open or close. If it's open, you'll get direct flame coming from the middle of the pellet smoker. And you can sear your steaks or your burgers or whatever. But what I found was that it was a little bit too much of intense heat. So I cooked the whole time with that sliding hatch closed. It did not mess up my temperature. It did not mess up my food. I just closed it and cooked through the whole grate. I was able to cook on the whole grate. Typically, I like to have a cool side and a fire side or a warm side. Point of reference, typically what I noticed was that the far right side was a little bit hotter than the far left side. So if you did need something as a cooling side, you might want to use that far left side. But that's it. And I was thoroughly impressed with that Pitboss. Cooking on it for the first time. It was really, I can understand the convenience of it. It really is like using your oven to grill or your stove to grill. If you can work a stove or an oven, you can work a pellet smoker. In particular, this Pitboss 850. So that's it. Again, step 1, plug in the smoker. Step 2, turn the smoker on to smoke. Step 3, open the hatch. Allow for the smoke to barrel up and wait for that thick white smoke to completely dissipate and disappear. Step 5, start grilling. Step 5, turn your smoker up to about 250. Once it gets to 250 on the digital dial, turn it up to 300, then start grilling. Start grilling, close your hatch, slightly open it or burp the actual smoker, then open it completely, finish cooking, flip your burgers, turn your hot dogs, whatever. Do those things. Once you're finished, take it off, turn off the actual smoker. So I hope this was cut and dry for anyone that is using a pellet smoker. Especially what I do know is that whether you're using a Traeger, whether you're using a Pitboss, you have to allow that beginning process of that heavy white smoke to completely disappear with the hatch open. Do not, and I repeat, do not leave the hatch closed, as that smoke in the beginning tries to dissipate. It can cause issues. So that's completely up to you, but I'm telling you, you should have that hatch open. So hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully this was cut and dry the way I was hoping that I was going to find on YouTube, and it just was a lot of extraness in these videos I was watching. So it's your boy Bumpy. If you like what you just saw, if you thought that I forgot something, if there is any type of comment that you think about, good or bad, put it down into the comments. Like, subscribe, do all those good things, and hopefully this video helped. It's your boy Bumpy. Blumpy. And side note, I do not do any edits, so that particular fumble will stay in. This is real. It's your boy Bumpy. Y'all be good, be great, stay awesome.